A notorious hacking group, Anonymous, has declared war on Russia and is targeting Russian websites. The group that has also targeted U.S. sites in the past now says Putin's regime is fair game. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Tom Costello. Tom, what more can you tell us?
Well, you know, for years, the U.S. has accused the Russian government of cyber attacks, sometimes working alongside Russian cyber criminals. But now Russia is in the crosshairs. And before you celebrate, think about how quickly this could snowball into an all-out global cyber war.
This is a message to Vladimir Putin from Anonymous.
The group calls itself Anonymous. Unaffiliated hackers around the world now putting Russia in the crosshairs.
Members of Anonymous have declared cyber war against your aggressive regime.
They claim they've already targeted more than 1,500 Russian websites, including Kremlin-controlled news agencies, the Ministry of Defense and Space Agency, Russian oil companies, internet providers, even TV channels.
Their call to fight in the cyberspace has resulted in a lot of websites not being available, some websites going down, and a lot of records, Russian government, Russian military records being dumped out onto the internet.
U.S. officials confirm they've seen evidence of the anonymous hacks after Russia launched a cyber and ground offensive against Ukraine.
But the real risk to Russia long term is the canceling of their access to internet infrastructure as private sector companies decide that they're going to delist or no longer carry their traffic.
Cutting off Russia from the world would also deprive everyday Russians of access to outside news and information. And cyber pros worry Russia may view the anonymous hacks as Western attacks and target U.S. government and company sites. U.S. Cybersecurity Director Jen Easterly.
How at risk is the average American or that very small business owner?
Everybody's at risk, which is why at the end of the day, they need to take the steps to protect their systems, their networks, and their data. This can happen to anyone. There is no one that is immune from potentially getting hacked.
The cybersecurity basics: never click on suspicious emails or links. Use complicated passwords and multi-step authentication. Back up your computers and keep security software up to date.
This basically ensures that he can log in even when the password is changed.
Israeli firm CyberBit uses real-world attacks to train American companies to defend themselves.
The questions organizations need to ask themselves is not if they are going to be hit, but when they are going to be hit.
As for Anonymous, now targeting Russia,
we are Anonymous. We are Legion. Expect us.
Russia has always been perceived as the cyber attacker, and now they're on the receiving end.
Instead of always being on offense, they also got to be on defense. And that really lowers their capability in some ways to also do attacks.
Yeah, that's the concern here. The cyber battlefield seems to be expanding by the day. You know, we've already seen U.S. oil pipelines, food supplies, hospitals, banks attacked in recent years. Experts say they could be targeted again, but also electric grids, dams, water systems. Everything is a potential target right now. By the way, the U.S. Cybersecurity Agency, if you're a small business or just a typical American family, they have great resources online how to protect yourself.
Greetings, world. We are Anonymous. We see the clouds of war wrought by a madman pushing his propagandic agenda onto a free people, and it angers us. Russian forces surrounded and invaded Ukraine, all because Vladimir Putin wants to dominate a sovereign nation and to control Ukraine's autonomy. Immediately, we hit his propaganda network, Russia Today, and took out many of Russia's government sites. These actions will continue. We, as activists, will not sit idle as Russian forces kill and murder innocent people trying to defend their homeland. To all of the Russian soldiers who may read or hear of this message, and to any of their family and friends who may be able to pass this message along, we strongly encourage all of you in the Russian forces to lay down your weapons and just walk away. Putin's crimes do not have to be your crimes. As bombs fall on Ukraine, together as a collective we will try our best to give valid information to the people of Russia about the crazy actions of Putin, and also try our best to help the people of the Ukraine by giving them care packages. Our care packages are meant to help keep data channels open, and to also help obfuscate their communications from prying eyes. While some of our actions may be considered illegal in the eyes of various governments, we must also note that the US government has admitted to using cyber warfare against Russia. With no diplomatic ties to Russia, we see no reason any Western laws should be used against our actions in trying to protect and defend the people of the Ukraine, and also to help educate the people of Russia. As soon as Vlad started his war on the people of Ukraine, he started to censor Twitter and Facebook in Russia. The solution to circumvent any censorship by Russian internet providers is to use the Tor network or a virtual private network. We do understand that using a VPN or Tor in Russia to access restricted content is against the law, so you must do so at your own risk. We stand with the Ukrainian people. We stand with the Russian people who oppose the dictator Putin. We stand with all of the people in the world who crave changing this insane rock into a better place for all of us to live. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Vlad should have expected us.